Yes,
Now, we need more trainers because we need to move very, very fast. So such of those people who are willing to become trainers, we would like them to come to India. If you want to be a trainer, 10 other trainers must endorse it, or 25 blessing givers must endorse your application. So if you are because the line got cut, if you want to become a trainer, 10 other trainers must endorse your application, or 25 blessing givers must endorse the application. Then you could come to India. It's a 10-day process for making you into a trainer. Now, all courses in India will be completely free. There will be no charges. Charges would only be for accommodation, for food, laundry, and internal transport. Courses are completely free and they will be quite cheap. Therefore, those who want to become trainers, they are most welcome to India, and we want to train them as fast and as quickly as possible so that they could go back to their countries and start producing blessing givers. Because these blessing givers were going to affect the world in 2012. There are groups of blessing givers created across Germany, and I will be directly interacting with them. And in the year 2012, there may be 4 times a month I interact with them. In January, maybe 8 times in February, 4 times in March, and in the month of December, every day I am in touch with you, every day. And a special technique will be taught to you, whereby you will be giving blessings to each other. That is the process. That process, you will move to higher levels of consciousness. It could be Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, or Muslim consciousness, or whatever consciousness. And that in turn would affect the world. People will all want the same thing. Maybe in Christ consciousness, some may be in Buddha consciousness. But the beauty is, though they are not the same, there will be a oneness. There is no sameness, but there will be a oneness. That should happen in the year 2012, the month of December. So we need large groups of blessing givers scattered in cities, villages, wherever they are. So we don't have much time to use, and these many trainers are not sufficient. So we welcome those who want to become trainers and help this work to India. You could translate now.
Also sagt, dass wir
How can we more contact with higher contact? Is teacher ready to become enlightened, or can a person achieve a state of grace or keep himself without that? The practice of inner integrity is the best tool to move into higher consciousness or get in touch with the divine. Because in inner integrity, you begin to watch, you begin to see all that is going on inside the mind, and as you go on watching it dispassionately, that is without making any comments as good or bad, right or wrong, trying to give some explanation, without doing anything, watching what is going on is called inner integrity. If that is done, you would quite easily move into the divine. It happens very naturally, because what prevents the divine from coming in is all this mental chatter. If the mental chatter stops, what is there is the divine. Please stop it up to that point. The Diksha is not different from grace. They are one and the same. The Diksha or grace is the effort of the divine to get in touch with you. Sometimes you could be walking on the road and suddenly you could undergo a transformation. That is because Diksha has been given to you directly by the divine. All those people who became awakened or who became transformed was because the divine gave the blessing to them, not through a human being, but directly. Now in India we have the tradition of channeling these energies to a human being so that it becomes much easier, it becomes more controlled. So the divine can do it directly, which we call grace, which is also nothing but the Diksha only. Diksha and grace are not two separate things. So when somebody is giving Diksha to somebody, he is not doing anything. The divine is making use of him to flow into the other. And because it's the divine that is working, things are made much, much easier for you. But in any case, it is a divine which has got to do. You cannot jump out of your own shoes. There are things which you can do. There are things which you cannot do. The divine has to do. And the divine flows through you as the Diksha. Not that you are doing something. It's completely the divine which is doing all these things. Please translate. Shall we move on to the next question?